Welcome back. We're going to do another video today, requested by some of our fans to do a video on wedge and bite, explain the difference between wedge and bite. So before we get started, that's what we're going to do on our video today. But before we get started, let's take a moment to help us out a little bit by subscribing to our channel, by liking our videos, by sharing our videos and commenting on them. Okay. I want to do more videos, and we need to get YouTube to rank us up the poll a little bit. And that happens by sharing. That happens by subscribing. So if you can subscribe, I appreciate it. So wedge, bite, okay? And then there's a new one called preload. Okay, bite is the amount of left rear wheel that's in the car. You put the car on the scales and we're 700 pounds left rear, 600 pounds right rear, we have 100 pounds bite. Okay, that's bite in the car. You can have negative bite, which is right rear wheel weight, works very well in the moisture. Left rear wheel bite works very good in the slick. Wedge is the amount of cross you have in the car. It's left rear versus right front. It's cross in the car. When you have a high wedge situation, you have a low right front number, and that number does not help the car turn. So in a street stock car, hobby stock, in a hobby stock, you don't have a lot of choices there. But in a stock car, you can get away with higher bite numbers or higher wedge numbers because the car still has weight in the front to turn. On a modified B mod, you're not going to get away with it, especially today. So you want to be very respective to your right front scale number. You want to understand that number and how that number affects the car to turn. So when you're in a high bite, your cross number, your right front number is going to go down. So you need to keep that in mind. If you're preloading is when you have spring pressure on the left rear spring at full height. We've done this for years. Now we're just doing it a little different, okay? And you need to watch our video about scaling the car with preload and understanding how to do all that. We're not going to get into that today, but preload in the left rear, an example would be, I got 200 pounds of preload. I got the car hiked up. It's against the chain, and I have a 100-pound spring with 2 inches of compression, so I have 200 pounds of preload. This number will highly affect your right front scale number and the cross in the car, and it will make it look better than it truly is. So watch the video on scaling the car with preload in it, then you'll more understand how preload affects the scales, okay? So the 3 types of left rear or common terms on the left rear: bite, wedge, and preload. All 3 good things, knowledge you need to have, but 3 ways of treating a car that make a car go around the racetrack. So don't forget, subscribe, like our channel, like this video, tell your friends about us, and as always, God bless you. We'll see you next time.